Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hello, people, and welcome back to Kop-Ish. It is a summer daily news show. It's your boy Malak Mate. You know what time it is, and this is Tuesday, the 13th of July. And people, you know what time it is, and this is the part where we give you that each and every day breaking news. And before we even start, just smash that like button already, people. You know what I'm saying? You've got to give us some respect. But there's only one place to start, people. And I think this is very good news that people want to hear. And that is regarding this brother right here, Virgil van Dijk. Reports coming out, especially from Fabrizio, which we'll get into in a second. As said, Virgil van Dijk and this brother right here, Fabinho, are now in advanced negotiations in terms of them signing new deals. Now, both of their deals end in 2023. Since they've both come into Liverpool, they've both been absolutely sensational. They've been a staple to us winning the Champions League and the Premier League. And I'm just happy to hear that. Before I ever move even further, because I just want to bring up the video from Fabrizio, but I just want to big up the Anfield Watch because this video is courtesy of them. So this video does belong to the Anfield Watch, but they have given us permission to play this video. And if you haven't already checked them out, they are at Anfield Watch on Twitter, and also they've got their website as well. So please, people, check them out. They get that breaking news, and they've had an amazing interview with Fabrizio. Check it out. It's also on their YouTube channel as well. But we're just going to bring you an extract from that interview. And that is Fabrizio talking about Virgil van Dijk and Fabinho and how advanced he feels like their new deals are.
I'd say yes, because they're working on it. But what you said about the new contract is 100% true, and it's 100% important to make people understand. When you have players like top world players, as Liverpool have, out of contract in 2 years, and it means that you have to extend the contract in 1 year if you don't want to have any problem. Look at what's happening with Mbappe, with Varane, with these kind of problems. So top clubs know that now they need to fix the situation 1 year before, and this is what Liverpool want to do with their players. But you're spending money when you're extending contracts. So you're spending money on salary, but you're spending money on commission with the agent, with the players. Sometimes you have this kind of situation, you have to improve the salary. It's not an easy situation, and they have many and many players. So one of the difficult situations this summer for Liverpool is that they have to think about new contracts, but it's not one player. They have many players out of contract in 2 years. They have Mo Salah, and this is not at final stages yet. They've been talking, but nothing advanced yet. They have Firmino. They are in advanced stages with Fabinho and with Van Dijk because they're talking with both of them since January. So I see Fabinho and Van Dijk at advanced stages. It's not signed yet, but they're working on it. Also, Alisson is another player they're talking with to extend his contract, to make sure that he's not having any problem with the club. So they are working on many and many players' new contracts, and they're spending money on this. They're planning to do something important because they want to keep their best players. But, you know, when you have this process in the club, you have to focus on your contracts because it's important to sign new players, but it's also important to have your stars happy with the club, with their salary and with their contract.
So there you go, people. That's Fabrizio talking to the Anfield Watch regarding the new contracts for Virgil van Dijk and Fabinho. But he also mentioned as well Mohamed Salah as well. And there was another name that he mentioned as well. So there are a few players that Liverpool are talking to, but it does look like it's believed to be that Fabinho and Virgil van Dijk, their contracts are the most advanced. I just want to say again, big up the Anfield Watch again for providing a video. And that moves me on to my next talking point, and that's Renato Sanches. Now, Renato Sanches has been in and out of the headlines in terms of a move to Liverpool or a move to Arsenal, whoever you want to believe it is. But I just think with Renato Sanches, I think there's something there. And again, Fabrizio spoke about it again with the Anfield Watch. He believes that if Liverpool are going to sign somebody, it could be Renato Sanches being the next sign that Liverpool make, which is kind of intriguing because, you know, we've heard it's Newhouse, Newhouse. We've heard it's been Basuma. We've heard it's even Saul. So big up. I just want to say big up again for the Anfield Watch for producing this amazing interview with Fabrizio. And I'm going to bring you another extract from Fabrizio talking about if he reckons, he reckons will be the next Liverpool signing potentially.
This is a good question. I don't know. I would say Renato, just because I was mentioning him in January as potential target, and now they are looking at this kind of position. But I want to say again that it's not an advanced negotiation, or they're close to an agreement with the player or with Leo. They are still waiting, and they will go for an opportunity. But I expect them to make some surprise, because if you asked me this last summer in June or in July for Diogo Jota, I would never have mentioned him as done deal, close, or something to complete in some weeks, and they did it. So I like this style because it's difficult for journalists, but it's great for the club and it's great for the real strategy. So I expect something surprising also this summer from Liverpool.
So there you go, people. So that's Fabrizio, talking about Renato Sanches, and he reckons that Renato Sanches potentially could be that next Liverpool signing. Now, it's so hard to say because as much as I rate Fabrizio, and he is obviously a tier 1 journalist, one of the best journalists in the world, if not the best. There's so many names that we've been linked to people. I generally don't know what to believe at the moment. I've heard Sanches, I've heard obviously Newhouse, I've heard Basuma at one point, that's earlier on in the season. Even Newhouse was slightly earlier on. And Saul's another one. And in fact, you know what? That brings me to Saul because, again, you see Saul, more reports are coming out of Spain that Liverpool have had a 35 million bid rejected, which is it's about 40 million euros. And they're saying how Liverpool really admire the player. They're pushing to get him. But I think Atletico want closer to 50 million euros, which is around 40-something million pounds. Now, if he is to be the midfielder, I'll be happy because I do rate Saul. I think he's a quality player. But again, it's like, what do you believe? I generally don't know people. Like, it could be Saul, it could be Sanches. But one thing I will say is, I think for me, Saul is that upper echelon of quality. Renato Sanches has qualities that I think would fit Liverpool. But for me, it's the whole injury thing. And I don't want to go down that route again, as you guys know, Navigator. I don't want to go down that route. So for me, I think Saul is the better player by far. I also think Saul's got more experience, and I think Saul doesn't get injured as much, nowhere near as Renato. So for me, I think I will go Saul, but I'm not going to sit here and cry if he was to buy Sanchez. Like, I'll be like flipping out that's a bit of a risk, considering all the players that we bought that have been injured or whatever, and the injury issues that we had last season. But I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, that's the worst sign Liverpool have ever made. Do you know what I mean? I would just say that it's a risky one, but we move. So there you have it, people. Saul, again, the rumours won't go away. The links won't go away from Spain. There was even talking about as well, Barcelona were entering the race, but to do with a swap deal with Griezmann. But again, Barcelona have so much financial worries and issues. I don't think Barcelona are making any transfers, any loans right now until they can literally get people off their books completely. Like, I'm talking players will probably have to maybe leave on a free and they go elsewhere because Barcelona in some serious financial trouble. You know what I mean? And last but not least, people, that brings me on to this brother right here, Donyell Malen. Now, again, Fabrizio, I believe, was talking on his Twitch channel last night, and he did speak about how Liverpool are in talks with Malen's agent, who is obviously the notorious Mino Raiola. Everyone knows who he is. He's Paul Pogba's agent. That's right. If you don't know already. Listen, Malen's a good player. He scored 27 goals last season and got 10 assists in 45 appearances for PSV. It's not about... I don't doubt the boy's quality. Like, he's a quality player. And if you don't know as well, people, I think he used to play for Arsenal. It came for their youth, or they got him when he was young, but he didn't do very well there. And obviously they sold him and he's made a name for himself, just in case people didn't know that. But with regards to Donyell Malen, yeah, he's not clinical. I've said this before, but I can't sit here and say he will be a bad signing. He wouldn't. He would be a good signing. He just wouldn't be the signing that I think we're all craving, or that killer striker we need. But again, he would enhance the squad, especially if Divock Origi is believed to be going to potentially Borussia Mönchengladbach if he does go there. If not, it'll be another club potentially. So that door does open up for a space in that squad. And I suppose if Liverpool, if they are looking for that type of all-round forward that can play on the wing or as a striker, Malen kind of does fit the bill. So again, I think, I know people won't be happy if we were to sign Donyell Malen, but I do think he's a good sign. And again, I'll stress it once again, he does enhance the squad. We can't even ignore that. Do you know what I mean? But again, if we are to get him, we've got to act quickly, because Fabrizio did mention that Borussia Dortmund are also in the race. They want him to be the replacement for Jadon Sancho. So it's all heating up, people. So, as I said before, I'll give you a little recap. So, you got Virgil van Dijk and Fabinho, new contracts potentially on the horizon in advanced negotiations. You've got Fabrizio also talking about Renato Sanches potentially being Liverpool's next signing. You've got the Saul rumours that just won't go away from Spain, where they are saying Liverpool really want the player and are still in the negotiations or potentially might make a new bid. And also Liverpool look like they strongly want Donyell Malen. Apparently the race is between us and Borussia Dortmund. So they have people. And I just want to say again, a massive thank you to Anfield Watch. They provided the video footage from the interview, for Fabrizio regarding the Alisson, Virgil van Dijk and Fabinho, and also regarding Renato Sanches. So I just want to big them up once again. Their link is in the description below as well, people. So make sure you check them out, Anfield Watch on Twitter, and also check out their website. And again, people, like, share, and subscribe. It's your boy Malak Mat. It's the Summer Daily News, and I'll see you for the next one, people. Take it easy. Have a great evening. Peace.